Editing Justin back here again to welcome you to part 2 of Rare Parts 2. Part 2. Yeah. Enjoy us nerding out even more about strange, unusual, and rare parts. I gotta get back to editing.
Okay, this little guy.
The magnet going down.
Yes, but it's super rare and white. It only came in a set.
I have no idea which set it could be.
Some city set or something?
No, it came in an adventurer set, The Desert, Pharaoh's Forbidden Ruins from 1998. Okay. It's anywhere from $6 to $34. This one, and that's without the magnet.
It's just the frame.
It's just the frame.
Yeah. Wow.
Isn't that crazy and white? Because most people would say, "Oh, it's a train."
Yeah.
But no.
No, it doesn't fit that way for a train.
Yeah, because it goes down.
Yeah. That's
cray.
I could see that being useful in like a crane or something. So
that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Some kind of track system or something. Yeah.
Right. Let's talk about some chrome for a minute.
Oh yes, I love
chrome.
Chrome it up. If I could find it in chrome gold, it would have been even more.
So there's a 1x2 with a ball on the top of it.
It's tile modified. Yeah. Tile mod. Chrome silver.
Is it just for decorative purposes?
For the most part, it came in only the Belleville sets.
Of course.
In the chrome silver.
I'm pretty sure it was originally made as the doorknob.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
yes.
okay.
Anywhere from 22 cents to $5 for that part. But if we'd had the chrome gold, it would have been worth a lot more.
Gold must have been pretty special.
Yeah. Do you know what that is?
This is obviously a cappuccino machine.
So I think this is actually used as a headlamp for older cars.
Oh, very good. It's a light holder. It says it came in 5 sets. The racer sets, which to me is pretty amazing that they used that part in that, and then a couple Belleville sets.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it ranges in price, believe it or not, $2 to $41. Someone had that one part for $41. Now that doesn't mean we have to pay it. But I'm just like the audacity.
Yeah,
that person's.
They must be pretty special.
Well, it says it's brand new.
Yep.
You know, I would say ours are not. This one's a little more dull, but
a little used, but yeah, that's.
Yeah.
But you
cool.
gotta take those prices into. Let's do a PSA right now about Bricklink prices,
yes, please.
because it is. You gotta keep that in mind. Just because someone priced it by that doesn't mean it's worth it.
Yes.
You have to
Chris
go
says
by
that a lot.
what have people paid for it,
Yes.
and it does give you a history of what
people paid.
the last time it came on market, what was the last
True.
price. So just because someone priced it really high does not mean it's worth that much.
Right, that's what I said, the audacity.
Yeah, you can see sets for sale for $1,000, but then the sale history is like, oh, it's $400.
Exactly.
You know?
Yeah. I want to see a cappuccino machine on you two now.
Yes.
This is the
We
perfect,
can do that.
What do you call that little part that they take out?
Yeah.
Well, the coffee strainer?
Yeah, something like
grains
that.
or
I
whatever.
don't know.
That would work perfectly for
It
that, Justin.
would.
You're right.
How about this one?
What do you think?
Trapeze bar, obviously.
No.
Nightstick, I don't know. No.
A chrome, that's for the really special police.
It only
Even
came in
chrome.
9 sets.
I have no idea where this one would have come from. It's really cool. And it's got the little stops on each end.
Yes, it's got stops on either end. It's from Racers. I didn't delve into what part of Racers, but it showed it in Racers and a few town sets from 96 to 2004. Someone has it for sale for $2 on Bricklink, and someone has it for sale up to $30 on Bricklink.
Oh, wow, yeah.
And then this isn't chrome, but I really wanted to point this out because the first time as an employee here, when I found these metallic silver parts, I thought, wow, this is incredible. And all of these, except this one, all of these are one-offs, and they came in one set only.
I think I know which one.
What?
It's the agent's escape vehicle, and they
Yes.
bursting through a gate. Yep.
Now you would think that the DeLorean, I feel like they should create
my
a
gosh.
DeLorean in these parts. You
It'd be
know what I'm
so
saying?
cool if they did that.
The 1x6 tiles in metallic silver,
The
2x2 slope. That's my life, man. 3x1 curved.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and then the mud guard.
Yep. That
I'm
dude
like-
was driving a shiny car.
He
That's pretty
was-
awesome.
and
Yeah.
this is just a teeny bit. That whole car is made of this color.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Now, is that car worth a lot because of those parts? Or
It would be,
I would
but-
think it would be if you price it part per part. As far as how it's sold on Bricklink, I don't know. We have almost half of a car of these parts down in the graveyard for agents, but we don't. I've never seen one sold or complete sold in our store.
I remember
feel
agents
like it
were
would be long.
popular, but they were in and out quick. So it's like they didn't have a lot of shelf life, I feel. And so...
Yeah. Well, there was Agents 2.0.
The
and there was
Ultra Agent.
Ultra
And I heard that
Agents.
was only in the U.S. and Canada.
Oh,
Interesting.
really?
Ultra Agents.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's true or not. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah.
But I heard that Ultra Agents was U.S. Canada.
They're super cool, but they were also kind of like... They didn't stick around too long. Too, so it's
Which
really-
I don't know why.
So, very rare metallic silver pieces.
You did the dark blue. I did the light blue. Justin, would you like to guess
I
which,
love those. These
which
goblets.
one of these goblets is the most expensive color?
Blue, because it's more useful.
Well, they're both blue, dear.
I mean, the regular
Dark or
blue.
light?
The dark blue.
Correct.
Okay.
Mark's is more expensive than my light blue.
It's interesting. The Belleville, I think this originally came out in Belleville, but it was used for multiple uses. The green one is the most common. The trans dark green
Yes.
is the most common one. For some reason, that's
For
probably
some
the
reason.
weirdest
Because
color.
I think it was used a lot.
But one of the rarer colors is actually the pure trans clear one.
Yes.
And that came in some Belleville and Scala type sets. I don't remember exactly which ones.
Were
But
they wine glasses?
they must have been.
It's a
Were the-
goblet.
Yeah, goblet.
Were
yeah.
the Belleville and
Yeah,
Scala
the
people,
parents
like,
over
getting
over there
crazy?
just
Alcoholics, yeah.
enjoying their white wine. Yeah. So.
This would be so cool for medieval
Oh,
scenes, like giant goblets of wine for the minifigures, especially the dark green. It seems like that
Oh,
was
yeah.
a glass that they had back then.
Exactly. Yeah. It seems it has a very medieval look to
Maybe.
it.
Yeah.
For sure. These are great.
Wow.
I'm grateful I,
I
have
just
all
love
these colors
those
except the clear
colors.
one. So that's the one I want to
Okay.
get at some point.
I think I've seen it. I'll get you one.
You know, I noticed, speaking
I'll
of
hook you up,
stuff you
man.
have, on your desk of pieces, you
Yes.
have that geolithic looking little piece with the little
Oh,
shards
the little
in the chrome
yep.
green.
Mhm. It's an energy crystal piece.
Energy crystal piece.
yeah.
We talked about that on our last rare pieces, how that's the rarest Lego color anything
Yeah,
ever.
it's only one color, one use. I mean, it's. I think it's happened before, but it's still super rare to find.
That's
So
crazy.
Let's do the
That's a weird
the
color
dark
for that piece.
trans dark blue antenna. Any guesses as to what sets this?
Ooh, I know where that is. That's from the Spirus Saucer set. I don't know the name of it.
You know what? He's right.
Of course he's right. He's Mark Erickson.
Yeah, I mean,
It just came to me. I'm like, oh wait, Spirus had those.
3 sets. Somehow in 1995, Lego released a complete. It was all the antennas and levers in one set.
Oh, like a parts pack. Kind
Yeah,
of thing.
and
did
it
a
had
few
all
of those.
the antennas and all the colors in it, and then it had some other the smaller antennas as well and all the colors, and a few levers.
I wish they would do that.
I know.
more.
Lego's more into Star Wars and Harry Potter now, so it's good.
Do you want to guess the price?
Price?
That's probably a few dollars.
The cheapest you can find it is 3.
Mm-hmm.
The most is 15.
Wow.
Okay.
Because it only came in a few sets. So
3 sets. That's it.
cool. That's awesome.
What would you use this for other than like a space sci-fi theme?
So if you weren't using it as a laser, I'd probably see it as something dripping. So you have some water either going
A
in
very
or
long
out, and you'd
ice-
have ripple effects going off of that. So-
Okay.
or even an icicle.
Oh yeah, it kind of looks like it's dripping and it's running water.
Yep. And so if you had like a pool of water and it was
Yeah.
just a few drips going off or something like that.
Oh, that
I
is
see
a great
that.
idea
In your head, I see it.
to show motion.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yes.
That is really cool. Cool idea.
Yep.
Yeah.
We need more cool colors, especially in the trans blues and clears.
Yes. And
Because,
this is a common mold,
yeah.
just
Right.
in a very weird color.
Yep. Lego, please listen
I
to
know.
us.
Yeah.
Come back.
Yeah. And like
Let's bring
these
some
guys,
hats.
for example. These
Oh my goodness. Are they
chef's
not
hats
this-
in trans light blue.
And they're so rare. 2 sets. Goblet of Fire, the Mer People,
Oh my goodness, yes.
and then Belleville.
So,
Only 2 sets.
probably
and
a
that's in
jellyfish
2005.
Use for the mer people?
Jellyfish from the Mer People. Yep. And then, and then Belleville, I don't know, some kind of
The
Paradise
SpongeBob
type.
set had them in clear.
and
jellyfish.
and
And
trans
pink,
pink.
as well. This kind of.
Oh, it was trans pink.
Trans
That's
dark.
right.
I think they did clear as well.
Did
But
they? Okay.
excellent use of a jellyfish
Yeah.
shape.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$6 for that little thing.
Oh my goodness.
Oh.
They're so cool. But you know what they would look good as? Like eyes of some sort of creature.
Yes.
Yeah, now
More
that you've
squid
told me
eyes.
about the squid eye, I'm like all about the eyes now.
He's giving me the squid eye.
Because that's perfect.
Some more rare colors. Do you remember what I called this
Ooh.
color? What was that color?
Light violet, right?
Yes.
Yes. I
Any-
passed the quiz. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any guesses as to what set this came in?
I have no idea.
Belleville, Scala, Friends,
When all else fails,
Star Wars,
it's that Harry Potter set.
Harry Potter.
Ah, there we go.
It only came in that one set. Only that one set. Anywhere up to $30 for this one piece.
You know why? Because it's a basic brick. And you could use it in so many different ways.
Okay.
And so if you have a handful of them, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's a retired color. I have read somewhere that the one Lego piece that has been printed in more colors than any other is the regular 1x1 round plate.
Yes, that would make sense, yeah.
We need to start collecting and stacking
all
them all up. Even these rare out-of-print ones, we need to like start a collection of every color they've ever made.
And then every time we have a podcast, we can say, all right, today we have
which color is this?
We added 3 more colors.
Exactly.
Yeah. Also, this was the other light violet tile mod. Only came in a Belleville set, 1994. And believe it or not, this piece is 19 cents to $1. That's it.
Well,
right?
It's because it's the tile. It's less useful. And it's got the plates on it, too. So.
It's so cute.
Use it for your pimped out car.
Yep. I can see that if you had a bunch of them as panels on a spaceship.
Yes.
So you could kind of integrate them with
Pink
gray
power
and white.
Spaceship.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know.
The violet violence.
Hey,
that'd be cool.
Nice.
It's his next build.
That's right.
That's what I'm going to do for September next year. Yeah, so.
All right, something you've probably seen a million times, the shutter doors. Most common color is, what
probably
do you think?
green.
Is it
Green,
okay.
most common. The least common color is
white?
White. Came in one set.
That's like a super useful color for a shade, though. That's crazy.
Right? But what set?
Ooh, the Burrow?
No.
No.
I want to say it's an old city set. I have no idea.
It's a Friends set. Thank you very much.
Wow.
Friends representing
Friends
right
shows
now.
up all of a
It's
sudden.
the Heart Lake Hospital, not the new version, but the older version, which is actually an extremely hard to find set now.
Wow.
We have one here in the store. This is, although it's rare, it's not that expensive. Don't say it's because of Friends. I don't know, but it's the highest
Chris
price.
would say that.
Yes, Chris would. The highest price is 75 cents for this.
Okay.
But it's just rare, only one set.
Correct.
Yeah,
It
couple
only came in
uses.
one set. The dark orange version of this only came in Woody's Roundup. And those are harder to get, but again, no more than $2 each.
Yep, not crazy.
Right? And then the reddish brown, you would think would be pretty common, but it's actually only in 3 sets. Lone Ranger.
I was going to say a Western,
Yeah.
so I was half right.
You should have seen this because it also came in the Monster Fighters Haunted House.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yep. And then a holiday set, like a one-off holiday little tiny set.
Okay.
That's it.
I forgot that one did have shutters.
And this goes up to $10 each.
Because it's in the haunted house.
I was going to say,
people
it
are
must
trying
be.
to
They're trying
replace.
to complete
Got
it.
it.
No one's trying to replace the Heart Lake Hospital.
People thought it was going to be a trend where they re-released that Taj Mahal. They re-released old. To me, that Monster Fighter Haunted House would be one that would be a re-release, no duh.
No doubt.
Yeah.
If they did that, like they did with the Taj Mahal, change 1 or 2 things, maybe one tiny little thing to make it not exactly the same.
Yep.
And that, but other than that, it's just that would be one I think a lot of people would just go gaga for.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I would. I would go absolutely nuts. I can't afford the even our certified pre-owned. I can't afford.
It's
that
expensive.
set.
Yeah.
Another one that's pretty rare. This clear head with the brain pattern on it came in 2 sets. Want to guess?
Ooh, I think it came in the old studio sets.
It did come in an old studio.
Okay, yeah.
Then
You
it came
told
in
me
one other
Harry
one.
Potter.
Harry Potter.
Ah, okay.
Nocturne Alley or whatever it's called. Yeah. I thought that was cool.
That's
and when I
gross.
saw
That's
it,
awesome.
right? When I saw it, it could be intestines even. It doesn't even have to
Oh,
be
it could,
brain.
yeah.
So when I saw it, though, I thought of you because you are all about the creepies.
Oh, I thought I was all about the intestines.
No,
He's all
not the
about brains. Yeah, yeah.
Now, the brain that came in that agent's bad guy,
Yeah.
didn't he have some kind of weird head? Was it not a minifig?
It might have
Piece.
had something like that because it had a surface area that was 2x2 and it could have had something on top.
Okay.
Maybe a printed piece. I'm not sure. I'm not picturing it in my mind right now.
Okay.
But yeah.
I've heard he's pretty expensive. And
That
I
whole
can't
assembly
remember.
and that figure is super expensive.
It's a dome, I think. It's
Yeah.
not a minifig head.
A few more accessories.
Ooh, it looks like is it violet or is it lavender?
Lavender.
Lavender, yeah.
Lavender paddle.
A lavender or paddle.
Or paddle.
Or paddle.
I would call it a paddle, yeah.
Yeah, it only came in one set in 2018-ish.
Friends. Oh, a Disney one then.
Disney.
Yes.
Okay.
And it's Elsa's castle adventure. I guess she's got to have all cool colors. Anywhere from 10 to 50 cents. Mark, you see the difference in these two halberds right there?
So, the old brown axe, pretty common in most classic castle sets. However, the reddish brown not so common.
No, and
Much
you would
rarer.
think it'd be the opposite, right? I would have.
You think it would, but I don't think they make this axe in brown that often. It's more often in a dark bluish gray.
I didn't realize they made like a reddish brown in that until I went to look for it, and I needed it for a set, and I'm like, wait a minute, I can't find one. What's going on?
So
I had to order it.
They came in the newer castle sets, or what did they come
Just
in?
very obscure sets because it was kind of in that intermediate period between old Lego colors and switching to the new ones. They still had some productions, or they were like, let's have an axe. What's good color? Reddish brown, but in brown. Yeah, so.
Right. It was in
I
the
didn't realize
Knight's
it.
Kingdom, 3 of the sets of the Knight's Kingdom. So
Yeah.
I think, isn't that the newer version?
Knight's Kingdom 2 and Knight's Kingdom 1.
It just said 2004 to 09.
Yeah, so that would have been Knight's Kingdom 2.
The last castle we ever got, right? The
Basically.
last
Well,
castle.
no, there was Kingdoms and Castle and a few other things after that.
Okay,
so
so
this
there
would
was-
have been right when the colors were switching. And they would have
Okay.
still thought that a brown axe would be the easiest, even though they were going with reddish brown now. So, yeah.
Now, what's the difference between that and a halberd?
That is
So
a halberd, I thought.
it is.
Okay.
It's. I call it an axe because there's a larger piece that I would call a halberd.
Oh, that's right,
That's
the
the more
fancier
fancy
one.
one.
The big
That's-
gray one
that's
with the really
Yes, the
sharp
ornate,
looking.
ornate one.
This is the classic castle halberd axe.
Okay.
Yeah.
kind of like this would chop your head off. The other one would be
In
Chop your head
battle.
off with style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the battlefield.
Yeah.
yeah.
like
This is a little more classic looking, a little smaller. So it's better for putting up as an accessory in the castle. Like, you know how the castles
on
often
the wall
have,
or
yeah,
something.
hanging on the wall, ready to go.
That piece is out of print, right? That mold.
They don't use it that often. I
Okay.
think the last time they used it would have been in the 2011 or 2013
well, they did it in
castle
gold.
lines. Yep.
And only one set. And now this is the only gold one we had, and someone drew on it, so we can't
Oh, they
use
put
it in the
blood on
store.
it?
Yeah, I think
They
so.
got some red Sharpie on
but
there.
this is from Ninjago.
Oh,
So I
okay.
feel like
Yes.
that's newer.
Yeah, that would have been probably 2010 or 11 as well.
Okay.
So, yeah. So some of the last
Interesting.
moments of the old classic axe. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Because now they use the clip-on one that goes in the box.
Yes,
so.
that's true. Yeah.
And tell us what this is, Mark. Did you look this up?
I know what this is, and it's actually a little. It would have been 2 of them, and you put them as little dumbbells. So
Really?
yeah,
Okay,
it's
I
little
didn't
weights.
know what that was.
And they use it for different things.
It
Was it
looks
with the
like
CMF?
a stud got stuck in a wheel.
in a wheel.
I think that one in particular
it's-
was not used on a CMF. The black
Black
one would have
one
been used on
was?
a CMF, but that is where that mold came
And
from.
it's silver?
Yes, so metallic silver. And I'm
What?
pretty sure that particular piece was used in an iron builder. So it would have been the seed part for a intense building challenge between 2 very skilled AFWLs. So yeah, very interesting piece.
So you can't, like, if general public can't get that.
It's probably not anymore. It's probably harder to
Okay.
find. But at the time, somehow they managed to get at least 20 of them and hand them to 2 different people and build the challenge for them. But that's a pretty
Wow.
cool piece. So very, very unusual, especially
Yeah.
in metallic silver. So this
Tell
little transparent glow in the dark. Well, it's actually opaque, right? A glow in the dark opaque dagger. There would have been 2 of them on
Yes.
the giant serpent from
Basilisk.
The basilisk from the original
Harry
Harry
Potter.
Potter Chamber of Secrets.
Mhm.
Yep. I
Those
remember
are
Chris
so
saying-
expensive,
Yeah.
so expensive.
And we actually, Chris has mentioned this, but we actually have several completed basilisks except for the
teeth. Or
teeth, or except for the fangs.
Because they only came in that set and that
Only
color.
in
And
that
they
color.
fall out really easily.
Yes.
They're easy to lose.
Yeah.
You want them
So-
to bite into something? Clink,
Yeah,
they come
they've
off.
never been reproduced in glow in the dark ever.
Nope.
This is the standard common dagger that's still used today.
In dark bluish gray and other colors, yeah.
Yep, and it
But
goes anywhere
in
from
glow-in-the-dark.
$12 to $40 on
Yeah.
for one.
And that's almost the price of the basilisk.
Yeah,
right?
I
You know,
know.
like the basilisk
You
is probably
buy 2 of
$20.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and didn't they just come out with a new basilisk?
They did.
Yeah,
They
and it
did,
looks great.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
it does. So we might not.
A thing of the past.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although if you're the one that wants to collect all of them, you'd want the old and the new.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Then that would be a thing.
complete-
I
Completionist.
only collect basilisks.
Yeah. Yeah, and then a couple of things that were just figure parts that were pretty rare.
Oh, I know what this is. This is Wu's dragon armor from one of the Ninjago lines.
That could be
Yes.
upwards of $9 for that one part because it only came in Sensei Wu.
Wow.
I thought it came in 2
It
sets.
said
What-
one set, the Dragon Pit. That's
Hmm.
it. From 2018. He's the Dragon Master.
Yeah.
It might have been part of the minifigure on a different set, so it might
Yeah.
not be count as the parts for it. And I know that it
Right.
would have been only on one. Like they built it into the stand at one point. And that's why they're probably cutting it.
In that series, it was the chase items that was the collectible thing, or the parts of the armor. But the biggest set in the line had all the parts.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I assumed this was in one of the other ones.
Yeah, it's probably in another one or two
Like you
for that one figure.
Yeah, got it.
Because one of the figures is...
It's a really cool piece. And I didn't realize they never used it again. That's crazy.
It's very specific, so I can understand why. But
Yeah.
so.
Beautiful.
Pretty cool.
I love it.
Let's see if Merc knows this one.
I do. That is from the Galaxy Squad bug enemy, and I think that's the big Mantis one, who had 2 of those in his hands, and they would have been only in those sets, very collectible, very rare, and pretty cool.
He was called the Mantisoid.
Yes.
And the clip that it's on is up to $10 for that one dark red clip.
Oh my gosh.
Not the blade part, but the clip that holds it.
Yeah, the clip was more valuable than the blade.
Because it only came in that one figure, that bar,
That's
that dark
amazing.
red bar.
And that's a very useful piece, this little kind of robot arm clip bar.
Yeah, and that bar clip in orange only came in one Unikitty figure.
Wow.
Unikitty again for the win.
And that was Warrior Kitty from Lego Movie 2.
So
Very cool.
this piece looks really cool, and I've seen it before in gray.
Translight blue as well.
is
Translite,
pretty
okay.
popular. Yeah, but in dark red it's pretty rare. It only came in that one Mantisoid set, but it's
Wow.
not as expensive as the dark red clip.
The clip, right? I guess because it's more useful.
Right, well,
I think it's more useless,
you can't
yeah.
really use this as easily if you
Yeah.
don't have the clip.
Yeah, the clip is more like that's the first part, and then if you want to, you can have the blade too. You know, so.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. Just to go through a couple really quickly, this is it looks just like a dark pink, a trans dark pink, but it's actually glittery.
Yeah, 1x2 brick.
Mm-hmm. And I believe that also came in that Harry Potter set that we keep talking about.
Mm-hmm. Another Harry Potter set, of course.
Yep,
Money's
and
belt
Hermione's-
bedroom.
Yeah,
Mhm.
something like that.
The classroom, yeah.
This double curved slope in bright light blue, pretty rare as well.
Mm-hmm. Where did that one come from? I am not picturing where that's from. Or do we know?
I do know. I wrote it down. Talk amongst yourselves. I'll tell you. You can pull out another thing.
Okay.
if you
Okay.
want.
So my last part that I had researched, well, actually, I didn't even have to research this one. This is a Lego part. It has no stud connections, no bar connections, no Technic connections.
But it says Lego on
It
the
says
inside.
2003, the Lego Group, and that's because the McDonald's. You get these in your Happy Meal. It has a little sport figure, and you can use this little lever to kick an imaginary soccer ball. So it was great, and it only snaps to this one big minifigure-like thing. It's not really a minifigure, but it's this figure thing.
You know what
Very
I've
unusual.
found very surprising about that is that Lego themselves made that
Mm-hmm.
instead of outsourcing it
Yeah.
to somebody else. Because it does not feel like Lego plastic. It does not look like Lego plastic.
Yeah, it's got the McDonald's toy feel.
It was in
Yeah.
the junk pile to go out.
It was
Mark
actually in
saved it.
the Mega Bloks, and I'm like, I recognize that. So I pick it up, and I looked at it, I'm like, yep, that's Lego.
Wow. The things you find.
Because I was a kid back in 2003, and that was a terrible year for Lego, but it was cool for weird parts.
Weird
so-
one-off stuff.
Exactly. So absolutely useless, except you're making maybe a junkyard scene. You have it lying around.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
There's no
Junkie.
connection. There's no,
No
Lego
connections.
connection.
So you
Oh.
could just have it lying around as a decoration. Maybe if you had like a mechanic's workshop, you have like this foot lying in the corner. You know? Yeah.
Yeah, like a pawn shop. It's just laying there
Mhm.
to go with a
Just a weird
and the
piece.
fact that it still has its stickers pretty good.
Yeah, it does have a sticker on there. I don't know how that stayed on.
Did you collect many of these as a child?
I had a couple of them. I had the skateboarder, I had the snowboarder, and those are some weird pieces too. Some of those actually have stud connections, so it's very
Okay.
interesting. So
That double slope,
Yeah.
in bright light blue that you asked, it came from a 2018 set that was just, you get the bulk brick and you can just build. It came in that.
like a
Oh.
classic
Like
or
a rainbow, they call
Yeah.
it the rainbow brick box.
amazing.
That's it. That's all it came in.
And of course, they just throw this one weird color in the one set, and they're like, "Have fun, guys! We'll
Yeah.
drive you mad."
Well, and even a one-off here. This is a hinge brick.
Oh, wow.
It came in 2 junior sets. That's it.
This is
Yep.
a 1 x what?
It's a 2x24.
2.
Because it's got the
Oh, they
extension on the
count
side.
that
yeah.
as the 2. Look at this thing.
It's from 2 junior pirate sets. And I've noticed, having inventoried so much, that a lot of the junior sets have very valuable one-off parts in them, and also one-off figures.
Mm-hmm.
It's got 2 ball connections on one side. One ratcheted hinge.
Yep.
Part.
So you could turn the sails. Yep.
Yep.
What? Okay. How much is this?
Highest is $5. The lowest is 10 cents.
So what's funny is I have about a handful of those because
What
I
do
got
you
those
use them
sets at a
for?
yard sale one time, and I just use them as filler. I've never had a practical use for them. So
Would you use it for the ship, or are they too
It's too
clunky?
thick. I
Okay.
would probably have a bar or an axle or something else
Okay.
instead. But
It's clunky
it's cool.
for the juniors.
It's designed for juniors. So
Yeah.
yeah.
You could pull 2 wagons. with
Yeah.
it.
Yep, or maybe like a big, you know how they have those big troll battering rams? Like you could have the mounting
Yes!
point for, because a mixel joint will fit on that.
Yeah.
So pretty useful.
Like a giant siege machine or
Yeah,
something.
like a giant yoke for like evil beasts or something.
Yes.
Yep. All right, a few more. Hose only came in 1 set. Mark knows because I told him yesterday. You want to guess the set? The DC Superhero Girls set. Basically a zip line. It's like a hose, but it's a zip line. It was in the Bumblebee set.
Okay.
The superhero bad girl Bumblebee.
And only in that one set, of course, in yellow. Yep.
Yep, and it can go anywhere up to $9 for that part.
So as much as the set was.
Correct.
Yeah,
It's
basically.
not that much. Right.
Because that was a $20 set, $10 set. Yeah. So.
Wow.
Recognize this piece?
Oh, the piece of resistance
What?
in silver.
What?
Oh,
Look at
I know where
that.
that's from. Yeah. Okay.
You have to know, Merc.
Yes. So that's from
Come
the
on, Justin.
disguised Emmett from the
Remember, he
series
was a robot?
bags. Yeah.
Oh, there was a scene where he's a robot.
He was
so
got tinfoil on him. So.
And so they made that piece of resistance in that color for that figure only.
That's awesome.
Wow.
That's the pearl.
It's a flat silver?
Yeah, flat silver, yeah.
Something like that.
That is awesome.
Yeah. What about this piece?
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Correct.
But there's probably another use for it too. I'm trying to remember where. So.
This leaf only came in this color, dark bluish gray, in 2 sets.
One-
Indiana Jones and
Modified 1x1 with the 3 little.
One of my favorite
Leaves.
pieces. You just use it in green, and now it's in lime green too. So I'm happy about
Is
that.
it?
I don't like how it's not as rubbery as it should be.
Yeah.
It breaks.
It
Pretty
does.
easily.
It was
Yeah,
also in
especially the old
Prince
ones.
of Persia.
Okay.
That's right. It
And
was.
it goes up as high as $5 for that one part. 1x1 tile in dark gray.
Oh my gosh, so hard to find.
Right. Only came
Regular
in
old dark
Old
gray.
dark-
Not
gray.
the bluish gray.
Right. It came in a train set and a couple more, and that's it.
Like, and because it's easily lost, it's small.
Yeah.
It's so hard to find.
Wow.
Yep. This modified tile. Do you know the name of this color? Because it was picked for its
Bright
random.
light green.
No. Get the bright light green out. You'll see. This is not. It's a discontinued color.
It's like a minty color. Ah, yeah.
This one's way more yellow.
It's not minty green. It's medium green.
Medium green.
I don't know.
Somewhere there's a stud, that color,
Yeah.
a 1x1 round
Yep.
plate that we
And
need to find.
What's funny is the medium green is actually lighter than the bright green.
Bright green.
Yeah.
Yeah, if they brought this back out, what would they call it? They'd have to change the
they'd
name.
have
Lighter
Call it-
green. Yeah.
Lighter.
Mint.
Yeah, mint or something. Yeah.
Yeah. A couple of other tile mods just in this medium blue color. Pretty rare and hard to find as well.
The inverted tile, is that what you call
The
this?
inverted tile.
Yep.
Yep. This dark azure window
Mm-hmm.
came in the gingerbread house
Oh,
and Mia's
okay.
house
Oh, Mia's house too.
in dark azure. I found this to be interesting. This was a Toys R Us exclusive with the Stormtrooper on there.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a, what is it, 6 by 6
1x6 by
It's a
5.
panel. Yeah.
panel. And this is a print, not a sticker.
Correct.
And it has sponsored by Toys R Us, September 4th, 2015, on the inside of the panel.
The last years of Toys R Us.
Yep, September 4th promotion. It was Toys R Us Force Friday, and they go anywhere up to $10.
Wow.
Pretty cool.
Panel. Yeah, I thought so.
And this, what's interesting about this is that it's an actual photo.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a drawing.
Yeah, like possibly a very nice render, but it looks kind of like a photo. Yeah. So.
Correct. Yeah, it's probably a 3D. Like they made it look like a photo.
Yeah.
It's not your standard. They made it look
It's
very
different from
3D.
most Lego prints for sure. So,
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure the $10 version is in its bag, brand new. Not
Yeah,
touched
that's a
by
used
human
one.
hands or anything. This is another one of those junior one-offs.
Ah.
Only
Look at
came
this
in junior
thing.
1x6x3 with the studs on either side. In yellow, it only came in 3 sets, and in orange, it only came in 1. But they all were in junior sets.
It attaches this way, but it has studs on each side, and it's open on the top.
Yeah.
There's nothing to snap onto on the top.
What in the world?
Right? It's weird, right? No, they used it for the size of their vehicles.
Yeah.
And it's a $5
okay.
piece in yellow. That piece.
It's such a strange piece too. Like I'm baffled to think how I would use that in a mock. And
Yeah.
Yeah.
These two I would want to talk about. The other
Okay.
ones, I
Feel
mean,
free.
we can. So this is from the Duel on
Ultimate.
Mustafar, right?
Mm-hmm.
Ultimate Duel.
Yep.
That's
And
where
that-
you could control
Anakin
the
and Obi-Wan
minifigures.
going bonkers.
Were they the ones that had the lightsaber attached to them that lit up?
I
Yes.
believe so.
Yes, it was.
So you could actually move them around and light their lightsabers
lights
up
at
there.
the same
That's
time, yeah.
fun. I think we talked about this as something that I want to use in a build at some point. So it's
Yes.
this cool looking piece.
And it was in the hockey sets, you said,
There
too?
was one hockey set.
So this
Maybe a
was
goalie or
used to
something.
control the figures, yeah.
This is one I saw the other day, and I was like, I have never seen that. I didn't think it was Lego at first. So I looked at it, and I'm like, well, I'll be.
Yeah.
It came in red and rust.
What is rust?
And it looks like it's
It's
actually
not
like
really
a
dark.
key or a winding up piece.
It is a red wind-up motor key. Came
Yeah.
in 8 sets, and they're all from Universal Basic sets. So I guess they were the old vehicles that you could wind
Like
it
a
up and let
wind-up
it
motor,
go.
yeah.
Oh, so it's actually functional.
Yeah, because I mean, look, that's
Oh.
actually, you could use that.
Oh, okay, so that doesn't have a stud connection or anything.
Yeah, it's
okay.
it's just like a little mechanical
Yeah.
gear area, so
Yep. Anywhere
That
from
would-
5 cents to $5 for that thing.
it's pretty cool.
That
5
is
cents for one of
neat.
these, that's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that on a necklace.
This piece also, if we're talking about that ultimate
That's where that's
one,
from?
this piece in dark blue gray came in the Ultimate Fighter, and it was part that helped you move things.
That's the
around. I don't
connection
know.
to the
Yes.
bricks, and then you would then manipulate it from
Weird.
there. So
It's a
yeah.
Technic Connector. All the Technic parts. In fact, we can kind of throw them all into the one thing
Okay.
because there's a lot. But these are all one-offs pretty much. This and then the same piece in red with this
Okay.
only came in fire engine sets to
Okay.
control, I guess, the hose or
Yep.
the ladder on the truck, whatever you want to call it.
Different uses for those pieces, yeah.
Correct. Yeah.
So these axles, well, actually, it's a axle with pin, and normally these would be tan or blue, kind of differentiating. I think the tan ones are smooth, and the blue ones have a little more friction to them. These are like the blue ones, and they have a little more friction points, but they're white because they were used as teeth in Bionicles, the early Bionicle monster characters, the big ones with teeth, and they were used for that, and they only came in those sets and one parts pack, I believe. These were also used in a creator set, so
Correct.
very similar. And only in that 2003, 2001, I think it was that year, so the dark ages of Lego, and the fun times when they could just say, oh, we need this piece in white, because that's the only piece that we
Yes.
can use for that tooth.
Yeah.
So,
Yes, and what I got confused is this piece, because remember
Yes.
we looked this up yesterday. It's a steering mechanism, but it normally only came in white. The light gray was used as an alternate, but
Oh,
it
wow.
was not
So very rare.
right. It was never used. It was never meant to really be used except as an alternate color. It wasn't the prime color in the set. That's
Did it come in the set, though?
It did. Well, you could have found it in 2 different versions with the white or
So the
gray.
alternate suggests that it was
Oh.
either originally that color or it ended up being that color during the production of these sets.
Correct.
So
And it came in 3 sets. That's it.
that is
Oh, wait,
actually,
I'm wrong. It only came in 1 set.
One
a
set.
hot rod set.
wow. And then that's actually
2004.
a very similar size to this helicopter
Which
rotor
we
piece.
thought they might be related, but they're not.
So they're used for totally different things, but they look so similar. It's very unusual.
And that is from a
That is from a big, I want to say model
Helicopter.
team helicopter. Yep. Yeah.
yes.
How much do those run?
I don't think they're super expensive.
This one's $2. I didn't look that one up.
I want to say it's $2 to $4. So. But,
Seems like this would be useful in creating some really weird angles because you could just mixel ball. Or
And
is that?
It is mixel joints, and that's
So-
what's so cool about these. Is like you could use these in a
could really
modern
use them
creation
modern. Yeah.
super easily because of the mixel joint connection.
I mean, I'm even thinking of a weird roof you could do with
A
mixel.
rounded roof section.
Yeah.
they'd be like, "How'd you get that roof attached like that?" It's like, ta-da!
Yeah.
A random
What is
piece.
that?
Yeah.
You've never heard of this piece, but I used it. So.
Yep. Those parts right there, super, super expensive Technic ball pivots. Only came in EV3 educational sets. That's it.
That's a weird one.
$12 each.
And it has a metal marble basically connected on the inside, which I imagine is
super heavy.
extremely hard to get out.
Well, I don't think it's designed to be removed or placed in there, so yeah.
Once it's in,
awesome.
it's in.
I said this is for hanging Lego shirts and whatever, but actually
large
it's used
crane,
like
right?
this. It's a hook.
That's cool.
Used in just a few Technic sets.
Okay.
Again, pretty solid and heavy. It's metal.
Is that
It is.
metal?
Yeah, it's metal.
What?
I thought that was plastic.
No,
That is
it's
really
metal.
cool. Let me see
Feel that.
That's cool. Let's see. Yep.
How
Musical.
many system or Technic pieces have ever been made in metal?
That's neat. And it's because they're expecting people to try and push the limits with this
Right.
piece.
You
That's
don't
what
hold
they,
a lot more weight.
So-
The thing is what's holding it is its security.
Yeah,
That's
probably
my
ropes
question.
and strings and all sorts of
gotta
things.
be.
Pneumatics. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Tell me about this one.
That's a bracket.
This is a very large bracket. I've never seen this before.
I hadn't either. I was pretty impressed
I
with
have
it.
seen those before.
Have you
They
seen
have.
it?
Were they in some Star Wars sets?
That's what I'm looking. I believe
Yeah.
it was in a couple of Star Wars.
Because I remember
amongst
finding
yourselves,
that in
I'll
the
find it.
Pick-a-Brick, and I was like, well, there's a very big bracket. Could use that for something. I'm sure I've never used it, but you know, I pulled
Yeah,
it out
no, it's
anyway,
pretty
so.
awesome.
This is pretty usable,
That's
right?
was it 3x4 bracket? It's pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, a 3x4 by 3x4 or something
Yeah.
weird. It was weird.
Massive bracket for whatever you need that for. So great for ships and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
I can't. find
Here's a
it.
piece that I know it's for.
Do it.
This is the shield handle for the old Knights Kingdom 2 giant action figures.
Yes!
And this they would hold in their hands, and then you'd put the cardboard shield on there and put a little dish on there, and then they would fight each other, and whoever knocked the other shield off won.
Yep.
And they were super easy to pop off because you got the big wobbly shield on there. But
You
yeah,
know how much that is?
probably pretty valuable because they're easy to lose. So I'm guessing at least $3
About
or $4.
$8.
So yeah.
What's crazy, we have a small handful of those completed figures,
Mhm.
and they're not that much.
No.
Like,
No.
maybe 20.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
maybe.
a little
15, 20, yeah, no problem. Especially if they're missing a few pieces, the price drops dramatically.
Yeah.
But I remember these guys from my childhood. So.
Yeah. Just a couple other parts, which, we can cover the next time maybe, but this is called a crossover, so it is a Technic lift arm, but it also has the connector on the end with the slit, but it
Very strange.
goes over something.
Very specific use.
Whenever I
Very
see that, I
specific.
wonder how they would need that piece.
It only came in 3 sets, and they're all Technic sets. I
course.
feel like there would be a brick right there.
Something.
It would have to be. It's
Or
very
something's
specific
going that way
use.
and something's going that. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. You remember that?
Yes, that's for wiring, right? Or
Yeah, and it came in.
Ooh. Is it the monorail?
Yes, the airport shuttle.
It only came in
Wow.
red in that because it's it's exactly
'Cause
for the wiring
cord
for
is
the
to go
battery.
straight through it.
That's awesome.
Yep. Now we saved the best for last.
Oh yes,
The
some
most
expensive
the most expensive parts.
ones. Is the small black plume there, and it's still on the sprue. Pretty cool. And there would have been the very large and medium-sized ones here too, but they've been removed. So.
And what sets did those come in, sir?
The old Forester sets. I think they came in
Forestman?
like 2 sets, maybe.
They
3.
came in 3 Forestman sets and a Black Falcon set
Black Falcon set as well. That makes sense.
from 84 to 89. And right now, the cheapest you can get one feather off the sprue is
The one small one.
14.
Yeah.
$14.
The highest someone's asking for one is 75.
Don't listen to that guy.
Yeah. I'm glad I have a handful of these at home. So,
Yeah.
very nice piece. And
Are the bigger ones worth more?
I think the
same?
smallest one is actually the most valuable.
The about
Really?
small, because that's the easiest loss. That's the one I never can find when I'm trying to complete a
It's
set.
also because of the Forester mystique. Because
Because they all had the small one.
usually they had
Okay.
medium ones sometimes too. Not as often the larger plume. Those would be used in the Knights. And then the black is super rare and special because there's a black Forester, and he's the most valuable of the classic Foresters, except for maybe the Robin Hood, but that's the Dark Forest. And so having the black plume to go with the black Forester is super important. And guess what's always lost? Those tiny little plumes that barely fit in the hats. So
Yes.
that's super valuable for that reason. Easy to lose, very collectible. The coolest guy. You know, it's like if you had an
Absolutely.
action figure line, you wanted that one character.
Yes.
So, yeah.
This looks like a normal ball size, like the those
More
bionicle
spheres,
yeah. But it's in gold. It's really heavy because there's a magnet in it. And then there's this bar piece, this brown bar piece that attaches to the two magnetic points
so
on
that
each
the
side.
character can hold it.
So what the heck is this? Where did it come from?
You don't know, really? You don't?
I have no idea.
You know?
I do.
It's from Harry Potter. It's from the Hungarian Horntail set, the old version.
This is the egg?
And it's the
I think it's the golden snitch, right?
it's the
so it's a giant golden snitch the size
a
of
gold magnet ball. I don't know, but he holds the bar, and that holds
In the movie, it's the size fit in your hand, but
Yeah.
that's like the size of a beach ball. So for a minifigure.
So
Okay.
the price of the ball by itself, anywhere from $13 to $25.
Wow.
The price of the bar to hold it, anywhere from $19 to $35 for that one tiny little piece.
Well, they don't even look Lego, so I could see why people lost them.
Well, and talk about a weird one-off gimmick that was just in that set, never, ever, ever used again.
Is there a year on those parts? I bet you it's 2003. Let's see. 2004. So close.
Yeah.
That's fun how
Wow.
sometimes Lego will be like, this one's weird, let's put a year on it.
Yeah. See the classic space gun in brown?
I'm not even sure where that's
That's
from.
a torch, and it only came.
Oh, I know. It's the Knights of Kingdom 1 sets.
Yes.
It was like a guard tower, and it had these two as
Those are
torches.
torches.
They always came in black, except for obviously that one set. They came in the old brown color right before they switched. I think this would have been in 2000, 2001.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yep.
just took me a minute to remember that. So.
Yep. All right, I found it.
You got it?
I got it. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm ready.
The most expensive part that we have today, and Chris even said, when you're done filming, I want you to put that out for sale. Unless one of y'all want it. We'll get it,
No,
whatever.
we're good. Yeah.
I don't need a weird faceless
This
friend's
is
bear.
a dark azure friend/elves bear in dark azure
With no print.
with no print. It came in dark azure, dark brown, and I think reddish. Guess on price.
I'm guessing 60.
Yeah. 60.
$57 to $60.
Oh,
Okay,
perfect.
nice.
Cheapest is $57, most is $60.
But that's
so
so
it feels
expensive.
like it's the range. And it didn't come in any set, so I'm not sure the history
it's
of this.
probably a prototype.
Oh, you think? Okay.
Yeah. Or something along those lines, because they'll do the mold to make sure it works first, and then they'll do the print on it later. So, and then they'll just make those pieces.
Now, I would love to get some unprinted animals in gray, in stuff like you'd see at a stone, make some your
Statue.
own gargoyles. If you saw my video with the, I used the old buckbeak as gargoyles.
Oh yeah, awesome.
And I felt like, oh, they're perfect, because they even have like a simpler kind of
And
style
texture,
to it.
yeah.
And there's no print on them. I think if this was in gray, this would be great to use for mocks. But dark azure.
You know why I think it could be so valuable is because people are doing these monocolor habitats for their monocolor figures that have no prints on them. And so instead of taking an eraser or a nail polish
I got
remover
you,
to your
to have
figure,
that,
you
yeah.
can actually get the purest version of that, and that's why it's so valuable.
All right, put
I
that
just-
price tag on
I
them.
literally found
Slap
him.
them.
$60.
I just looked in a pile and I saw him, like bulk that was back in the back, and I saw it. And I went, oh, let me grab that to put in the elves bin. And then I realized, wait, he doesn't have a face. And then I thought, well, that's weird. And then I looked it up, and sure enough, there is an actual category for faceless bears.
The weirdest part we could possibly end on,
Yeah.
I think.
Thank you so much. Hopefully you were interested in this the entire time.
Hopefully.
You were nerded out as much as we are. We love this stuff. The weird, the strange, the rare, those one-off, just crazy pieces. We live for this stuff.
Yep.
Being at the Atlanta Brick Company, we just see everything come through the door. So when you see that, you mentioned this earlier, when you see that one thing like, well,
seen that.
what is that?
I'm
Isn't that
surprised.
Yes.
Oh.
So we live for this stuff. So thank you so much. If you're not subscribed already, please subscribe. This, again, was a very visual episode, but you can just listen to our sweet, sweet voices and listen along while you build or run or whatever you do while you listen to Lego podcasts.
Sort some Lego and listen to
Sorts,
it.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So we will see you guys very soon. Let us know what types of videos you want to see in the future, and we will try to get that out to you. Have a good one.